we will revise the thing what we have discussed in the last week. Okay, what is flexibility? And this unit is very IMP as for your competitive exam point of view or your gate point of view. Rohan, what is flexibility? Rohan. So flexibility is nothing but it is the displacement. Flexibility, it is nothing but it is the displacement caused by the unit force. Flexibility is the displacement caused by the unit force, and in case of flexibility the unknowns are the displacements. Okay, what we have to find out, we have to find out the displacement. And in case of the stiffness, in case of the stiffness, we have to find out the force or moment required for the unit displacement. Required for the unit displacement means in case of flexibility our force identity it will be 1, whereas we have to find out the displacement. These are the unknowns in case of flexibility. Whereas in case of stiffness मध्ये आपल्याला काय फाइंड आउट करायचंय, वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट द फोर्स और द मुवमेंट रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द युनिट डिस्प्लेसमेंट. युनिट डिस्प्लेसमेंट असेल तर ते स्टिफनेस असेल, आणि युनिट फोर्स असेल दॅट विल बी अवर फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी. सो दिस इज द major difference between stiffness and flexibility. Okay, now we have discussed the flexibility concept for the axial displacement, then transverse displacement, flexural displacement, and the torsional displacement. चार flexibility आपण बघितलेले आहेत. And we have seen the basic concept how to apply this flexibility method for the trusses. Now, in this session, we will discuss steps-to-step procedure for the analysis of pin jointed plane truss using the flexibility method. Okay. Now we have discussed that. So this flexibility method, it is also called as the force method. And in this particular method, we have to identify the redundant forces. What is basic first step is that we have to identify the redundant forces. So these redundant forces are nothing but our DSI. So what we have studied in ESA 1, unit number 1, जे आपण DSI study केलेला आहे. So that DSI we have to identify. Then out of that DSI value, we have to select the redundant forces or redundant members to get the basic determinate structure. Means in initially we have to find out the DSI. Then based on the DSI, we have to select the forces. Means we have to identify the member forces or the reactions. Then we have to remove that forces what we have selected to get the determinate structure. Okay, so these are the initial stages. The next we have discussed, we have to find out the displacement analysis. So we have to find out the displacement due to the given loading condition. Then we have to find out the displacement due to the unit force. Now we know that from the knowledge of our SA1. So displacement due to the given loading condition is given by summation PKL by EE. So this is deflection problem, and it is given by summation PKL by EE, whereas deflection or the flexibility due to the unit force. Okay, we have to find out the displacement due to the unit force. This is nothing but the flexibility. आपण flexibility काय म्हणलंय, displacement due to the unit force. Okay, what we have to find out, displacement. This is the displacement due to what, due to the unit force. So this displacement due to this unit force is nothing but the flexibility, and this flexibility it is given by summation k square L divided by EE. Now see here in this flexibility formula, in this flexibility formula, there is no P term. There is no P term. Okay. Now this displacement due to the given loading condition, this is the formula we have to use, and same funda we have to apply as that of the SA1. And this is the compatibility equation that we have discussed already. dq is equal to dql plus f into q. Okay. Now mostly this dq value it will be 0. If there is a support settlement, sinking of support is given in the numerical, then and then this dq matrix or dq term will be exist. Otherwise straight away it will be 0. Okay. dql का असेल, it is the displacement due to the given loading condition or displacement due to the applied load. due to the applied load. Now from the knowledge of SA1, we know that deflection or displacement is given by this formula, summation PKL divided by EE. Now next is what? F, and Q is the redundant unknown that we have to find out. Okay. Now this flexibility of truss is given by this formula, summation K square L divided by EE. Now here K square L divided by E. In this particular term or in this particular formula, we have not considered the P force. We have not considered the P force. Why? Because this flexibility stand for the displacement. Okay. It is stand for the displacement due to the unit force. Due to the unit force. Because these K forces are the member forces due to the application of unit force. So that's why in this flexibility formula, so the term is summation K square L divided by EE. Okay, that is the difference between P analysis and K analysis. Now we will discuss step-by-step procedure, and Q is the unknown that we have to find out using this flexibility funda. Now step number 1. So note down the things now. Steps to follow for truss analysis. Steps to follow for truss analysis. Step number 1. Now, if there is a numerical based on the truss, same steps we have to follow. Same steps we have to follow. कोणताही प्रॉब्लेम असू द्या ट्रस्टचा युझिंग फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी मेथड, दीज आर द स्टेप्स वी हॅव टू फॉलो. ओके. स्टेप नंबर 1 हे नोट डाऊन करायचं आहे. पेजवरती किंवा नोटबुकमध्ये व्यवस्थित लिहून घ्या. स्टेप नंबर 1, find degree of static indeterminacy. Means what? Find the DSI. So initially what we have to find out? We have to find out the DSI, and generally DSI is equal to DSI external plus DSI internal. व्यवस्थित लिहून घ्या. DSI is equal to DSI external plus DSI internal. Now as we are discussing this DSI value for the truss analysis, we are discussing it is for the truss analysis. Now so this DSI for the truss is given by the formula DSI external. This DSI external is R minus 3. Okay. And this DSI internal is M minus in bracket 2J minus 3. So from this you can work out for the DSI. बघा समजते का? DSI external plus DSI internal. Okay. DSI external plus DSI internal. DSI external is given by the formula R minus 3, where R number of unknown reactions. You can write R number of unknown reactions. Number of unknown reactions. लिहून घ्या. Number of unknown reactions. And number of unknown reactions are depends on which factor? Yes. Reaction कशावर डिपेंड असतील? On which factor number of unknown reactions will depend? Yes, Balaji. Roll number 38. On which factor number of unknown reactions will depend? कशावरती डिपेंड असतात रिएक्शन? Up. Yes, anyone? अननोन रिएक्शन आपण म्हणतो 2 आहे, 3 आहे, ते काय, ते कशावर डिपेंड असतात? Yes.
Support over, sir.
Yes. So number of unknown reactions are depends on the support. Very good. Okay. Means this R is nothing but the number of unknown reactions. If the support is fixed one, fixed असतील तर 3 unknown reaction. If the support is hinge one, hinge support 2 unknown reactions. If the support is roller support, then 1 unknown reaction. So based on these supports, we can calculate the reactions. Okay. Now next term is what? DSI internal. So this DSI internal is given by the formula this M minus 2J minus 3. So this is the formula for DSI internal, where M is nothing but number of members of the truss. We are discussing it is for the truss. Okay. M is nothing but the number of member. लिहून घ्या. Number of member. Okay. And J, it is the number of joints. J is the number of joint including your supports. If there is a hinge support or it is the roller support, and this is the truss. So this is also joint we have to consider. Okay. This is the joint that also we have to consider. So J is the number of joint including the support, including the support. Suppose this is the truss, this is the truss, this is hinge support, this is also hinge support. So total number of joints will be, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So J is the number of joint including support as well. Okay, now if you work out this, you will get certain value of DSI. You may get 1, you may get 2, or you may get 3. So generally for the trust, the maximum value what they will ask in the examination, it may be mostly up till now they have asked only up to 1. DSI एकच आहे आतापर्यंत जे प्रॉब्लेम विचारलेले आहेत as per your syllabus point of view, 2015 course. So what they have asked up till now, the DSI value is 1. So maximum what they will ask, they will ask up to the DSI value 2. DSI value 2 च्या वरती विचारणार नाही ट्रस्ट मध्ये बेसिकली, बिकॉज based on this trust the numericals are rarely asked. So from 2016 so till last INSEM examination only 2 times they have asked numerical on this trust. Okay, so mostly DSI will be 1. Mostly काय असेल तुमचा DSI will be 1. 95% cases DSI एकच असेल कधी in case of trust analysis. आणि DSI कसा फाइंड आउट करणार, using this formula R minus 3 plus M minus 2J minus 3, where R minus 3 it is DSI external and M minus 2J minus 3 it is DSI internal, where R number of unknown reactions, M number of members of a truss, where J number of joint including support. Okay, this is the first step. ही झाली तुमची फर्स्ट स्टेप. एवढंही केलं तर तुम्हाला अर्धा किंवा 1 मार्क भेटेल, डिपेंड्स ऑन द मार्किंग स्कीम. ओके, so for INSEM or your NSEM examination, for this step 1 mark is awarded, provided that numerically it is for the 10 marks. 1 mark it is for the correct identification of DSI. Now, so same DSI we have to work out for the beam as well as frame. That is our second chapter. We will discuss separate formula for beam and frame in the second chapter. As we are discussing for the truss, so we'll focus on the truss only. So step number 1, it is for the DSI. Now step number 2. So what we have to do now? So we have found out the value of DSI. Suppose that value of DSI is suppose small n, 1, 2, 3, some value you will get. Suppose that value is small n. Okay. Now we have to select the redundant forces or redundant members. What is the next? We have to select the unknowns. We have to identify the unknowns. How many unknowns are there and how we have to identify. Now, suppose this n is 2. Suppose n is 2. Okay, means your DSI is 2, means you have to identify, or we have to select 2 redundant forces or 2 redundant members. Now, if the reactions are 5, suppose reactions are 5 and your DSI is 2. Okay, reaction total unknown reaction आहेत 5 ट्रस्ट मध्ये आणि DSI जर तुमचा आला 2, DSI जर आला तुमचा 2. So in that case, out of that 5 reactions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 reactions, but our DSI is 2. Okay. Out of that 5 reactions, we have to select. Out of that 5 reactions, we have to select any 2 as a redundant forces. 5 reaction आहेत, पण DSI किती आहे? 2 आहे. मग ह्या 5 रिॲक्शन पैकी कोणत्याही 2 रिॲक्शन तुम्हाला सिलेक्ट करायच्या आहेत ॲज अ रिडंडंट फोर्सेस. समजतं का? बघा, टोटल रिॲक्शन किती? 5. 5 पैकी तुम्हाला किती सिलेक्ट करायच्या? बेस्ड ऑन द DSI व्हॅल्यूज. सपोज DSI इज 2. So out of that 5 reactions, we have to select 2 reactions which will be redundant one. So this first will be our Q1. First will be Q1. Second will be Q2. So that we have to select. Now again there will be 2 parts then. So first condition, it may happen that this particular truss, it may be externally redundant or externally indeterminate, or it may happen that it may be internally indeterminate. Okay, आता एक्सटर्नली इनडिटर्मिनेट आणि इंटरनली इनडिटर्मिनेट कधी असतं सांगू शकता का कोणी? SA1 चंच आहे सगळं. सो व्हेन द ट्रस्ट विल बी externally indeterminate, I will give 4 options when the truss will be externally indeterminate. Option A, question बघा ऐका, when the truss will be externally indeterminate. Option A, when m is equal to 2j minus 3. Second option, when r is greater than 3. Third option, when r is equal to 3. And the fourth one, when r is less than 3. So these are the four options. Now tell me, what is the condition for truss will be externally indeterminate? Now we know that starting कुठून होणार, DSI external काय विचारलेलं आहे, external indeterminacy विचारलेली आहे. Now we know that DSI external of a truss is given by r minus 3, r minus 3. Now tell me, when the truss will be externally indeterminate, ह्या चार पैकी कोणतं ऑप्शन असेल सांगा. When the truss will be externally indeterminate. Yes. One.
Second.
Yes. चार ऑप्शन आहेत. m is equal to 2j minus 3, r is greater than 3, r is equal to 3, r is less than 3. ह्या कोणत्या कंडिशन मध्ये ट्रस हा एक्सटर्नली इनडिटर्मिनेट असेल? Yes, anyone? Which
R is greater than 3.
Very good. R is greater than 3. Very nice. So this is the condition. In that case, our truss will be externally indeterminate, or we can say externally redundant. त्यालाच काय म्हणतो आपण, indeterminate म्हणा किंवा redundant म्हणा. Redundant. Okay. Externally redundant. Why? This is the formula. हा formula आहे. बरोबर आहे DSI external चा. Now when R is greater than 3, when R is greater than 3, you will get certain value. Greater than 3 value असेल 4, 5, 6, and that value it will be greater than 3. So that's why for a truss to be externally indeterminate, R should be greater than 3. लिहून ठेवा, नोट करा, नोट स्टार. For truss to be externally indeterminate, हे सगळे पॉइंट तुम्हाला सगळ्या कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह एक्झाम साठी लागणार आहेत. ओके, that's why I'm focusing on this point. For a truss to be externally indeterminate, R should be greater than 3, or R greater than 3, like this. Okay, so this is the condition where truss will be externally indeterminate or externally redundant. Now tell me, if R is equal to 3, ही काय कंडिशन असेल? R is equal to 3 असेल तर काय म्हणायचं त्याला मग? If number of reactions of a truss equal to 3. So truss is externally dash dash. परत चार ऑप्शन देतो. Very good.
Determinate.
Very good. When number of reactions is equal to 3, in that case truss will be externally, आपण काय विचार करतो सध्या, एक्सटर्नल, DSI एक्सटर्नल आहे ना, एक्सटर्नली डिटर्मिनेट असेल ते. व्हेरी नाइस. So write second point, note, for truss to be externally determinate, for truss to be externally determinate, R is equal to 3. जेव्हा रिएक्शन 3 असतील, so direct you can conclude truss is externally determinate. Determinate म्हणजे काय, we can determine the reaction using available equations, Fx, Fy moment. Determinate means we can determine the reaction. Indeterminate means we can't determine the reaction using available equations. इथं बघा, आता हा आहे indeterminate. रिएक्शन काय असतील, ग्रेटर दॅन 3 म्हणजे 4 असतील, बरोबर आहे. सपोज 4 कन्सिडर करू आपण. 4, that is 4 greater than 3. We are having only 3 conditions, summation Fx, summation Fy, summation of moment. So we can't determine the reaction. That's why indeterminate. And if it is equal to 3, externally determinate. Okay, good. Now third, if R is less than 3, R is less than 3.
Unstable.
Very nice. Good, Ajinkya. If R is less than 3, it is unstable truss. It is unstable truss. आता less than 3 म्हणजे किती असेल, 2 असेल, बरोबर आहे. आताचं एक्झाम्पल सांगतो तुम्हाला मी. Less than, R is less than 3. This is externally unstable. अजिंक्यने काय सांगितलं, हा अनस्टेबल असतो. आता कसं ते आपण बघूयात एक्झाम्पल घेऊन. इट इज अनस्टेबल. आन्सर इज करेक्ट. सपोज लेस म्हणजे किती असतील, 2 असेल किंवा 1 असेल रिएक्शन, बरोबर आहे. लेस दॅन 3. if I consider this is the truss, okay, दोन रिएक्शन जर कन्सिडर केल्या मी, दिस इज रोलर सपोर्ट, दिस इज ऑल्सो रोलर सपोर्ट. आता रिएक्शन किती झाल्या बघा, रोलरला किती असेल, एक रिएक्शन असेल व्हर्टिकल, इथं पण एक असेल. And if I apply the horizontal load on the truss, we know that on a truss loads are axial, it may be vertical, it may be horizontal. So if I apply the horizontal load, so what will happen, this truss it will try to move in the horizontal direction. मग हे स्टेबल आहे का, इट इज नॉट स्टेबल, दिस इज अनस्टेबल, इट इज अनस्टेबल. ओके, अगेन इफ इट इज r is less than 3 means suppose this is 2, एक असेल तर काय, हे पण सपोर्ट नाही तुमचा, सपोज निग्लेक्ट दिस सपोर्ट, सो ओनली वन रोलर सपोर्ट अँड नो एनी सपोर्ट ऑन अदर सपोर्ट, दिस इज ऑल्सो अनस्टेबल. सो व्हेन r is less than 3, when r is less than 3 it is unstable. तीन कंक्लुजन घेतले आपण. If r is greater than 3, externally indeterminate, r is equal to 3, externally determinate, r is less than 3, externally unstable, unstable. This is for DSI external. Okay, DSI internal, आता काय आहे, DSI internal, DSI internal. So for DSI internal, we know the formula m minus 2j minus 3. इथं पण तीनच कंडिशन असतील. का असतील, internally redundant, internally determinate, internally unstable. ह्या तीन कंडिशन as it is असतील. Now tell me the what is the relation for truss to be internally redundant. आता लिहा fourth note, for truss to be internally redundant or internally indeterminate. Internally redundant त्यालाच म्हणतात internally indeterminate. So the condition is, सांगा काय असेल, this is the formula of DSI internal.
m is greater than 2j minus 3.
Very good, m is greater than 2j minus 3. म्हणजे याचा अर्थ काय, जेव्हा एखाद्या ट्रस्ट मध्ये, सो व्हेन एव्हर इन अ ट्रस्ट मेंबर्स आर मोर, इन अ ट्रस्ट मेंबर्स आर मोर दॅन दॅट ऑफ रिक्वायर्ड, आणि रिक्वायर्ड मेंबर किती असतात, 2j minus 3. सो दॅट अमाउंट इज द रिक्वायर्ड मेंबर्स. सो फॉर अ ट्रस्ट इफ मेंबर्स आर ग्रेटर दॅन 2j minus 3, internally redundant or internally indeterminate. Okay, internally determinate काय असेल मग कंडिशन, internally determinate,
m is equal to 2j minus 3.
yes, m is equal to 2j minus 3, it should satisfy this condition. So this is the internally determinate ट्रस्ट, यालाच म्हणतो आपण परफेक्ट ट्रस्ट. परफेक्ट ट्रस्ट, परफेक्ट का म्हणतो, कारण परफेक्ट नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स असतात, ऑप्टिमम नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स असतात टू मेक दॅट पर्टिक्युलर ट्रस्ट ॲट अ स्टेबल. ओके, internally unstable काय असेल मग हर्षल, when the trust will be internally unstable, internally unstable, the trust to be internally unstable condition is, yes,
m is less than 2j minus 3.
m is less than 2j minus 3. Very good, m is less than 2j minus 3, correct, good. So these are the 6 condition you should know. Okay, these are the 6 condition you should know. Now we have to select the redundant forces when the truss will be externally indeterminate, and we have to select the members when truss is internally indeterminate. So these are the 2 points. मग तुम्हाला एक्झाम मध्ये काय भेटेल, so you will get the numerical which is either externally indeterminate or internally indeterminate. So out of these two combination you will get only one combination. So at a time you don't get the truss which is externally indeterminate as well as internally indeterminate. This is not the case. So either truss will be externally indeterminate or the truss will be internally indeterminate. So out of these two, only one condition will be there. And we have to select the force when the truss is externally redundant. And we have to select the members when the truss is internally redundant. Redundant किंवा indeterminate सेमच आहे. Redundant or indeterminate. Okay, this is the second condition. So based on the DSI, if the DSI is small n, so we have to select that number of forces or that number of reactions or that number of members from the ट्रस्ट, तेवढे मेंबर किंवा तेवढ्या रिॲक्शन सिलेक्ट करायच्या आहेत. नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज व्हॉट? स्टेप नंबर 3, obtain the basic determinate trust. So what we have selected the number of reactions or number of members, so that reactions or members we have to remove from the trust. That reactions or member we have to remove from the trust. म्हणजे कसं बघा, सपोज DSI जर एक असेल, we will consider if the DSI is 1 and that is DSI external एक असेल, DSI internal जर 0 असेल, and for this particular trust there are two hinge supports like this, initial in a numerical, this is hinge support, this is also hinge support, and the truss is externally redundant. Okay, externally redundant आहे. So DSI is 1, DSI काय आहे? DSI is 1. So we have to remove one reaction. We have to remove one reaction. इथं काय असतील? 2 रिॲक्शन असतील, इथं असतील 2 रिॲक्शन. Now we have to remove any one reaction. Now we will remove this horizontal reaction at this first support. Now here I will get vertical reaction, and at other end I will get vertical reaction as well as horizontal reaction. समजते का? बघा इथं काय होतं? 2 रिॲक्शन होत्या हिंजच्या, इथं पण 2 होत्या. So one reaction I have removed. Why I have removed only one reaction? Because DSI is 1, DSI एकच आहे. So I have removed the horizontal reaction. Now, so if I remove that horizontal reaction which is equal to the DSI, what I will get? I will get the determinate truss. What I will get? I will get the determinate truss. Okay, so to obtain the determinate truss, we have to remove the redundant forces or redundant members. Okay, this is the step number 3. Next, once you get the determinate truss, so that will be determinate, we have to perform the 2 analysis. First analysis will be the P analysis. आता हा ट्रस्ट काय झाला? तुमचा डिटर्मिनेट ट्रस्ट झाला. ओके, म्हणजे परत आपण SA1 मध्ये आलो आता. इफ द ट्रस्ट इज डिटर्मिनेट, perform the P analysis. So this P analysis is nothing but the member forces. P forces are nothing but the member forces. These are the member forces due to the applied load. P is the applied load. Member forces due to the applied load. वाटल्यास लिहा स्टार करून नोट. P in P analysis, P forces are the member forces due to the applied load. In P analysis, P forces are the member forces due to the applied load. मग ते आपण कसं फाइंड आउट करायचं? 2 स्टेप आहेत त्यासाठी फक्त. So for P analysis, initially get the reactions. What we have to do is, so depending on the loading condition, external loading condition जी असेल 10 kilonewton, vertical, horizontal, whatever it may be. So based on that loading condition, find out the reactions. Then use the joint method for each joint to find out the member forces. Now tell me how to find out the reaction. We will discuss in detail. Initial point is what? Find the reactions. Now can anyone tell me how to find out this reaction? Suppose this is the truss like this. Determinate आहे. एक hinge आहे, एक roller आहे. This is hinge, this is roller. Okay, and this is load of 10 kilonewton. So what is the basic funda to find out the reactions here? रिएक्शन कशा फाइंड आउट करायच्या? कोण सांगेल? हाउ टू फाइंड आउट द रिएक्शन्स. आणि ट्रस्ट काय तुमचा? बेसिक डिटर्मिनेट ट्रस्ट. यस, हाउ टू फाइंड आउट द रिएक्शन्स सांगता येईल कोणाला? रोहन, जमेल? रिएक्शन कशा फाइंड आउट करणार आपण?
Equilibrium equation.
Yes, very good. Use the equilibrium equation. Summation fx equal to 0, summation fy equal to 0. Okay, and summation of moment at point A equal to 0. So using that 3 condition, get the reaction. Then use the joint method. How to use the joint method? Consider each joint separately, draw its FBD and use the condition. दोनच condition use करायचे आहेत. Summation fx equal to 0 and secondly summation fy equal to 0. To get the member forces. This is the P analysis. तसं प्रत्येक जॉईंटचं करायचं आहे. ओके, नेक्स्ट स्टेप इट इज फॉर द K analysis. So in the K analysis, again we have to find out the member forces, but the step number one is in this K analysis is remove the applied loading. What we have to do is remove the applied loading. जी प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये लोडिंग दिलेली आहे ती रिमूव्ह करायची आहे. 10 kilonewton, 20 kilonewton. We have to remove the loading and apply 1 kilonewton load and apply 1 kilonewton load in place of redundant. पण कुठे अप्लाय करायचं आहे? इन प्लेस ऑफ रिडंडंट. जसं आपण डिफ्लेक्शन साठी केलं होतं बघा, बघा आठवतंय का S1 मध्ये ज्या पॉइंटला डिफ्लेक्शन फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे त्याच पॉइंटला आपण 1 kilonewton लोड अप्लाय केला होता. इथं काय करायचं आता, जो सपोर्ट किंवा मेंबर आपण सिलेक्ट केलेला आहे, जी रिएक्शन किंवा मेंबर आपण रिडंडंट सिलेक्ट केलेला आहे स्टेप नंबर 2 मध्ये, त्याच सपोर्टच्या ठिकाणी किंवा रिएक्शनच्या ठिकाणी किंवा मेंबरच्या ठिकाणी अप्लाय द युनिट लोड. वी हॅव टू अप्लाय द युनिट लोड. रिमूव्ह द गिवन लोडिंग and apply the unit load in place of reaction or in place of member. समजतंय का? बघा दोन कंडिशन आहेत इथं. You have to apply the unit load either in place of reaction or in place of member. Now tell me, जर तुम्हाला समजलं असेल तर याचा आन्सर देता येईल. So if I apply the unit load in place of reaction, समजून घ्या, व्यवस्थित आहे का? If I apply the unit load in K analysis in place of reaction, the truss will be internally indeterminate or externally indeterminate. परत एकदा सांगतो क्वेश्चन. इफ आय अप्लाय द 1 kilonewton लोड इन K analysis in place of reaction, truss is externally indeterminate or internally indeterminate. का असेल ट्रस?
Externally.
Very good, very good. So this is the basic funda of this flexibility method for the truss. So if I apply the unit load in place of reaction, externally indeterminate, and if I apply the unit load in place of member, okay, that is internally indeterminate. हे समजलं तर सगळा प्रॉब्लेम समजला तुम्हाला. Okay, so remove the given loading, apply the unit load in place of redundant. It may be reaction or it may be member, depend on the DSI value. Okay, now next step, again use the joint method to get the member forces. Means in the joint method we have to use the summation fx equal to 0 and summation fy equal to 0. This is the K analysis. Next is we have to prepare the table format. Okay, so this is the table format we have to prepare, and that will be, we have to write down the member in the first column, then length of the member, area of the members, then P forces that we have calculated in the P analysis that we have to write, then K forces you have to write, then PKL by AE, then K square L by AE. So this is the displacement due to the given loading, and this is the flexibility, and Q, this is the unknown that we have to find out. And lastly, the final member force of each and every member is given by this formula. Final member force is equal to P force of a member plus redundant force Q into K. So using this particular table, what we have to work out is, we have to work out for the Q. We have to find out the value of Q. Okay, so how to find out the value of Q? So using this compatibility equation. Now we know that dQL is nothing but the PKL by AE. Then flexibility is nothing but K square L by AE. Okay, and the compatible equation is dQ. If there is no sinking, this value will be 0. Q, that we have to find out. dQL is summation PKL by AE. So after this working out this table, get the summation of this PKL by AE, then get the summation for K square L by AE. So this divided by this, what you will get the Q. This is a simple linear equation, single unknown, you can get the value of Q. Okay, now once you get the value of Q, so what we have to find out is get the final member forces, and the most important point in this particular table is sign convention. Now we will consider, note down on your notebook, tensile forces as a positive, tensile is positive, compressive forces are negative. Okay, so these are the sign conventions we are going to study, or we are going to apply for this particular chapter. So these are the steps you have to follow. Now ultimate aim is to get the member forces. Okay, now I will share the PPT. Just go through the PPT, and in the afternoon session we will discuss one numerical based on the trusses. Okay, thank you. So I have note down your attendance. Don't give attendance in your WhatsApp group. So total attendance is 37, including me. Thank you.